Hi, this is Debbie from Lime Doodle Design, and today for Sam's Stamp I'm going to be looking at using your Christmas supplies into the new year. With the holiday season fast approaching, some of you may have already finished your crafting for the season and be thinking about packing away your Christmas stamp sets. But I encourage you to keep them out because within the stamp sets there are often lots of small icons which can be used all year round. Today I'm going to be using the poinsettia from the Advent Holiday Icons, a leaf from Christmas Essentials, a small berry image which could be a flower bud from Winter Flowers, and then from the Merry and Bright set I'm going to be using a heart and the two starburst images. And then finally today I'm going to be using the Happy Holidays dies, and the happy word from this, it could be happy birthday, happy Valentine's Day, happy Easter, and really we want to keep our Christmas supplies out and make sure that we use them into the new year. Today I'm going to be making a birthday card because that's what I use the most of, and I'm going to use the birthday from the You Matter set. I'm planning on keeping this birthday card really clean and simple, and I'm going to be working on just one layer. I've got a piece of card which is 5 inches by 7 inches, and I'm going to score that along the long side at 3.5 inches, and this will give me a 4-bar card. I'm not going to fold the card quite yet, but I'm going to keep it flat so it's easier to work on. I'm going to confine my stamping to a rectangle on the front of the card, which will then have a white border all the way around the edge. And I'm going to use a stitch rectangle die to draw a pencil around the outside edge to give me a guide as to where I want to stamp. I'm taking out the sentiment from the You Matter set, and the sentiment in its entirety says Happy Birthday to, and then you would add the U from the set to complete the sentiment. However, I just want to use the birthday today, so I'm going to trim away the to and the happy and keep those to one side, and I can always add those back together again and use them as a complete sentiment, and they would stamp perfectly, but for now I just want to use the birthday. I've got the card base in the Misty stamping tool, and I've buttered the birthday word right up against the pencil rectangular frame, and then I'm going to stamp that in some VersaFine Onyx Black ink. Although I could use the Misty to stamp the rest of this card, I thought it would be quicker to mount the images onto individual acrylic blocks. To make sure this birthday card resembles nothing like a Christmas card, I've got some nice bright happy colours of inks to use. I've got Teeny Bikini, Lake Shores and Jelly Bean, and also Hydrangea and Sunshine. I'm going to start with the leaf image and the Jelly Bean ink, and I'm going to stamp the leaf underneath the birthday word. And all the way the time that I'm stamping, I'm trying to make sure that I get the images as close to the pencil line of the rectangle as I possibly can. And this will mean that when the pencil lines are erased, that the image still looks like it's all confined within the rectangle. It's a good idea to start in one corner of the card and then work your way up and out until the whole area is covered with stamping. I'm going to use the Secura Jelly Roll glitter pen to fill in some of the gaps between the stamped images, so anywhere that there's a bigger gap I'll add a dot of the glitter pen. To complete the happy birthday sentiment I'm going to use the happy die from the Happy Holidays set. And I want to cut the die from some white card that I've inked with Teeny Bikini, and this will mean that the colours will match perfectly with the hearts that I've stamped on the front of the card. So I've now run that through the Big Shot machine to die cut it, and I'm now starting to play around with the placement on the front of the card. But before doing that down, I want to erase the pencil lines, and I have this Tombow Mono Zero eraser which has a nice fine point and makes it easy to erase lines without having to rub over the whole area and risk smudging anything. I decided I like the die cut to the side, so that the birthday word snuggled nicely into the loop of the Y. And to adhere that down, I've got some Ranger Multi-Medium and Matte, and I've scribbled that onto some scrap card so that it's nicely spread out, and then I can pick up the die with my tweezers and dab the back of the die cut onto the glue, and this will make sure that you get just a little bit of glue on the back of the die cut, and therefore it won't squidge out when you lay it down onto the card. Now that all the fiddly work is done, I can then fold the card and score it with a bone folder to get a nice crisp fold. And then as a final touch I added some close sequins and again attached those with Ranger Multi-Medium and Matte. And then I was going to say that completes this card, but as an afterthought I also added some more dots of the glitter pen onto the centres of the yellow flowers. If you like this style of using lots of small images to create a background, I suggest you check out Jennifer Maguire and Meg Park, who really rock this technique. One last thing before I go, while I had my stamps and my inks out, I stamped up another piece of card and then cut it with a stitch dress-up tag so that I had a matching tag to go with the card. I think that is me really finished this time, so I'm going to wish you the happiest of holidays and I will see you in the new year.